Hi everyone, this is Chin from MTG, long time no see. This is currently the only mass-produced 54 kWh aftermarket battery for the BMW i3, and it's already being installed in many countries. With over 400 kilometers of real-world range, i3 owners from Northern Europe to the Mediterranean, from the US East Coast to the West Coast, and across Asia and Oceania are starting to enjoy driving again without worrying about range. Not every supplier can really do standardized mass production for car batteries. Automotive battery modules have special requirements for vibration, insulation, and moisture protection, and cutting corners in any of these areas can lead to serious accidents. That's why MTG takes quality control seriously. Our processes are well managed and supervised, and all MTG automotive lithium batteries are built to the same safety standards. Once inspection is done, we pack everything up and ship the batteries in batches to our partner workshops worldwide. This batch is heading to Europe, bound for Hungary, Germany, and Denmark. After some waiting, the battery modules finally arrived at our partner Jago in Hungary. The workshop owner, Zord, showed us the full process. From unpacking and voltage checks to installation, everything went smoothly. The next day, he took the upgraded i3 on a test drive from Hungary to Budapest and shared how much it was charged and the voltage readings of all 96 cells. Next, we'll recall the installation of the 154 Ah, 54 kWh battery modules. All the fittings are pre-made, so there's no cutting or crimping on site. As long as the workshop follows our installation guide, the job is straightforward. This pre-assembled battery pack was ordered by an i3 owner in Spain. After assembly, the whole pack will be shipped to Europe and delivered to one of our partner workshops for installation. All structural parts need to be installed properly as they support the top cover and help keep the module stable. High voltage connections are the key part of the installation. Every contact point between the HV harness and the battery terminals needs to be clean, flat, and properly seated so current can flow smoothly over the long term. All nuts are tightened to 6.5 to 7 Newton meters with both nuts secured. The connection between modules 4 and 5 is done last to minimize the risk of high voltage shock. To avoid mistakes, all tightening must be carried out by the same technician. Just follow the printed installation guide in an accessory box to install the CSC correctly. The SME is basically the brain of the battery pack. MTG has already programmed the 54 kWh battery logic into the SME we provide, so by swapping out the original SME, older cars can work properly with the larger 54 kWh modules. Before sealing the battery, we always check the total pack voltage and each module's voltage with the multimeter and go over all the install points again, making sure the high voltage connections are secure and the monitoring boards are connected in the right order. With more cooling space than the original pack, heat dissipation is improved, and in a serious impact, the extra crumple space helps lower the risk of the battery catching fire. The extra range doesn't add any real burden to the suspension. The change in vehicle weight is basically negligible. Once everything is installed and the battery is back in the car, it's time to try the first startup. When the red light comes on, you know the installation is spot on and the long day was worth it. After 2 or 3 full charge cycles, the SOC and range readings settled down. We drove about 200 kilometers at around 80 kilometers per hour, and there was still roughly 200 kilometers left on the display at that point. All that's left to do is take the car out and enjoy a spontaneous long road trip. Our battery packs have already been installed and are in use in the following regions around the world. If you don't see an installation workshop in your area yet, feel free to contact us. We'll help you find a suitable installation solution. This map is still being updated and will continue to expand to more countries and cities. Let's start with North America. Here we have installation cases in both Canada and the United States. This is also one of the regions with the highest number of 54 kWh battery orders, as many i3 owners truly enjoy the driving experience and choose to upgrade the battery to extend the vehicle's service life. Next is Europe. Our current coverage stretches from Sweden in the north to Greece in the south, from Portugal in the west to Romania in the east. Our European Fine3 owners are generally very familiar with their vehicles and enjoy sharing real-world driving experiences. When choosing a battery solution, they usually decide between the 54 kWh and 42 kWh options based on their long-distance driving needs. Moving on to Asia, where our company is based. Across mainland China, we provide full installation support. We also work with local partners in Taiwan and Hong Kong. In addition, we have installation experience in Singapore, Malaysia, South Korea, Japan, and other parts of Asia, where on-site support can be arranged when needed. Finally, Oceania. We're currently able to provide installation services in Australia and New Zealand, and while coverage is still limited, it will continue to expand over time. That's all for today. We'll keep sharing installation updates from around the world on our Facebook page. You can feel free to join the discussion in the comments with owners who have already completed their battery upgrades. To see you next time. Bye.